Hello everyone, this is Teresa from Breeden Inspirations. Today is Mixed Media Monday, and today I am going to work on adding book pages with a stamped image on it, and I colorized it. This is just going to be a simple play along with me type of thing. So this is the page that I did the other day, and this is a stamped image, but I went around it with a Stabilo pen. It's like a charcoal pencil, and made it look more hand-drawn. It's attached to some book pages. I did some watercoloring to it, and I attached a butterfly, did some mark making, and that was kind of my trial, I guess you could say, but I like the way it turned out. Today, this is my inspiration. So here is the flower that I want to be working on. Try to bring you down a little bit closer. Let's see how that is. Oh, maybe a little bit closer. There we go. So the flower is kind of like a pinkish purple kind of color, and there's some gold in there, a little bit of blue, and because of the gold and the pink, it turned into like an orangish color. So I am taking those colors and going to do my background. So I have Kitsch or Distress Oxides. I know I need to build up my Distress inks, so I'm going to be working on that. But for this, I'm going to use my oxides, and I planned on just using my blending brushes. So once again, I got Distress Oxide Kitsch Flamingo, Spiced Marmalade, Mustard Seed, Mermaid Lagoon, and then I brought in some espresso and walnut stain to kind of do the outside edges. And then I have these two butterflies. So I'm not sure which one will work. I found this one that's got a little bit of blue in it. That might work really well with these little bit of blue here. And if I add in the Mermaid Lagoon, I can kind of tie it together. But I also found this one that kind of brings out the book page part. So I'm going to grab Antique Linen and Vintage Photo, just in case I go that route with the light colored butterfly. So let's get started. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Let's see. What did I do this weekend? I sat on the couch and crocheted. I'm crocheting hats and scarves right now to donate to local schools. I'm going to make a bundle of them and have them ready for the fall so that I can give them to the schools. And also to a 501c3 nonprofit organization called Serve, which is out of my local county. They help people in many, many ways. They have a food pantry. They have personal needs items like soap and shampoo and things like that. They have blankets. They have clothes. They have shoes. Hats and scarves, all sorts of things to give to people that don't have the resources or they're homeless, to be able to provide those for themselves and their family. I am part of American Council for the Blind, and some of us crocheters and knitters are making items for to give out to our community. One is we're making some worry worms. Those are just little crocheted hand puppet, finger puppets type thing that kids can roll around their fingers and try to get their minds off of their problems. People like to fidget a lot. And we have found that teenagers and even adults like these little worry worms. They're cute and funny looking, and they just help put a smile on your face. And then we're doing some soap sacks and possibly handmade washcloths to give to the homeless. I would like to do the hats and the scarves to give to the children. And then I was thinking like lap blankets, whether they're crocheted, knitted, felted, if you use fleece or you sew and make quilts, it does not matter to me. I am part of a fiber arts group, and to me, fiber includes a lot of things, and including like even paper. Paper is made from a fiber. It's made of wood. Well, anyways, back to what I was saying. So if you'd like to crochet or knit and would like to donate items or want some suggestions of some places that may take in these items, please reach out to me. I'm also going to start collecting greeting cards so that we can send greeting cards out. So if you make greeting cards and would like to donate some, I would love to have them. I want to send them out to our veterans. I want to send them to people that are still in the military overseas that, don't have family back home, that they would love to hear that somebody is thinking about them. Also, hospitals, nursing homes. Those are the best places that you can donate cards to because they have no way of getting out and about to go get their cards, and they want to still give cards to their friends and family members. So that is another way that they can get out into the community and help our community. I want everyone to work together as a team to help out those people that are in need. So if you would like to help me in that process, please get in contact with me. Now back to my work of art for my art journal. So we're going to start with the pink. And what I'm going to do is just place a little bit of pink here and there. And I just like to go around in circles. That's the best way I like to kind of blend my colors. I don't like going from one spot to another like a gradient. I like to have more of a cloudy, hazy type of look. Okay, now let's go in and add a little bit of yellow. So we're going to go with the mustard seed, which is a bright, dark yellow. I know, how can it be bright and dark? Maybe bright and vibrant. Vibrant is more, I guess you could say it's called. Oh yeah, I really like where this is going. Okay. Now let's add some more. Let's add some orange. It looks like already I'm going to need some more pink. That orange is really bringing out that mustard yellow. Okay, let's go ahead, add a little bit more pink. And I'm just adding a little bit more pressure to my brush, and that will deposit a more intense color of the pink. I don't want too much pink because the flower has a lot of pink in it. Okay. Now let's try adding a little bit of blue. Okay, so I think I'd like my flower about down in here. So I know I want to add a little bit of blue here, here, and here. Okay. So let's go and try and add a little bit of blue. Wow, that added some texture to it from swirling it. I'm not sure where that came from, but it's interesting. It's turning it more into a green. So I'm not sure how that's going to look with that blue butterfly. I should have known it would turn green because I got yellow and orange down. All right. Yeah, that blue butterfly is not going to go. So we're going to go with the light colored one. Okay. So let's try. Oh, I know what we could do. We can bring down the tones a little bit and add some gesso to it. So I'm going to get my brayer out and I'm going to brayer some gesso onto my page. Before I do that, though, I want to apply some heat to try and keep that color from mixing as much with the gesso. This is a wonderful heat tool. It's from Ranger. It's called Heated Craft Tool. I have never used any other one to compare it to, but I know this one works really well. If you've never worked with an oxide, it kind of feels on the paper like chalk. And the main thing is when you rub it, you don't want to come away with color. So dry it until your fingers come around, come off of it clean after rubbing it. And the reason I'm flipping it over and drying the back side of it is to kind of flatten out my paper some, because it was starting to pull up a little bit. All right. So now this will take on some of the orange and some of the yellows. The brayer that I'm using, I got from Joggles. And this is the first time using it. So I'm actually going to first put it on some paper and see then how it comes off. Oh, yeah. And that gives it a nice kind of hazy look, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. I want more of a more color, I guess, deposited. So let's try this little tool that I got. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's dry this. So you can see some of the blue, you can see some of the green, it's like a peach and an orange color through it. And I think that will look really nice with that light colored butterfly. Okay. So I am going to put some matte gel on top of the flower that I want to put on. Need a brush to kind of brush it out. Okay, well, I guess I'll just use one of my big brushes. Okay. So let's go ahead and place this down. Guess it kind of wants to go right there. Okay, so we're going to put some more matte gel on my brush, because we want to make sure it's got good contact down. Okay. Whoops. Let's go ahead and dry that on. Okay. Alrighty. So I decided to try and add a little bit of watercolor in, like a blue wash type of color, so that I can bring out a little bit more of the blue. Spray some water in there. I'm new at, oh, you know what would have been cool? Well, let's go ahead and try add a little bit and see what happens. Go ahead and spray a little bit of water on here. I know that does not look very pretty, but I have a plan. And it ended up looking even more green, more like a turquoise. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to add more water. I don't know what happened to my mister. I'm going to have to get another one out. I have to play with that one later and find out what's going on with it. There it is, okay. And that's an expensive little water thing because I got it from Mr. Tim Holtz. So what I'm doing is adding a little bit more water to the watercolor to kind of get it to extend out and become more of like a wash. Okay. Looks like I'll need a little bit more blue in there. Let's go with the darker blue. Get some of that up. Okay, let's go ahead and dry it. And where the color is pooled up a little bit, it'll dry a little bit darker in those areas. But I do love the fact that it's brought a little bit more blue into my picture here. You'll see the more that I dry this, it's going to go flat. You can already see it flattening out. That's really cool. Alright, that's flat enough and dry enough. Okay. Maybe I need just a little bit more pink in it. Down in here. A little bit more pink over in here. A little bit more pink up in here. Okay, so that's it for the color. I really like it. Okay, now I think it needs some black in it, just to kind of tie the black in the flower to the background of the page. So I have my archival ink. If any of you remember, archival ink is waterproof. So it is a great ink to use while you are doing mixed media. So I have this stamp here. It's pretty old. Well, I'm going to leave it on the plastic because it looks like the picture of it is going to come off when I remove it. But I only want bits and pieces of it. I just want it to add a little visual background to the page. Now, I think I like this idea. So this pad here, I don't know if you can see it, has 4 different colors in it. It has a gray, a brown, 2 different tones of brown, and then a black. I'm going to use all 4 just to see what it looks like. So I'm going to put my pad down on here and make sure I get ink on it. And then what I'm going to do is kind of roll it down. I don't want the whole thing to show. There we go. Okay, that added some visual interest to the back. And I think I just want to, I don't know, I think I want to tone it down just a little bit. I don't want it to be that bright. I just want to kind of, I should have done more of a brown, just a brown. Or something maybe the same color as the background. You could do that too. So I'm just going to take my brayer here, get some ink on it. I'm going to put it on my paper and get some of the ink off because I don't want a whole lot. Lighten up the background of the flower image too. I like that. Okay. There we go. Let's try and do some mark making. Let me see if I can find some tools to use. Kind of wanted to do circles. Trying to find, aha, I've got a nice little tool here. Let's go with the walnut color. This is not going to get me a complete circle because I'm not able to get the whole thing on there. There we go. I like that. I wonder if I got some brown paint I could use. All right. So I got a little bit of brown. Let's shake it up. Okay. So we need to spread that out. I want to add some water to it because I don't want it to be that thick. There we go. Okay, so let's place my circle in there. Okay, now I want some smaller circles. Do I have anything that would do smaller circles? Okay. Well, I had this tube of, guess you could say, twine. That gives an interesting look. Okay, I like that. So we'll put that there to the side and go ahead and dry it. Okay. So then, let's see. Let's go ahead and outline our flower a little bit better so it actually stands out, because it is part of our focal point. Okay, whoops, getting paint on myself. All right, let's see. Now this is really hard for me to do because, you know, my vision kind of disappears on me some when I try to focus. So please be kind, because like I said, my vision really stinks. I'm basing this, how I'm drawing, on the perimeters, you know, through my peripheral vision. And the thing about this is it does not have to be perfect. I'll be happy as long as it like resembles a flower. That would make me very happy. And I think it will, because I am, I think, making flower petals. Kind of looks like a flower petal. And the stamp that I chose looks like it's hand drawn. So there's imperfections there as well. And I think as a vision impaired artist, well, I guess we can call me an artist. We'll pretend. Well, I have made money at it, so if that's part of the parameters of being an artist, then I guess I am one. But anyways, is being able to accept that it's not going to be perfect. That is really important. Oh, that turned out actually pretty good, I think, anyways. It needs a little bit of highlighting, I'm going to go ahead and take my heat dryer to this. I think it will help it to where it doesn't smear as easy. Because now I'm going to go in there with a white pen and add some highlights to it. So, I'm going to add some white highlights. I need to get a good gel pen because this here tends to blend in a little too much. And I think a gel pen would roll over this better. But I don't have any really good gel pens. They just don't seem to want to work for me. So if you have any good suggestions of some really good white gel pens, hit me up with that so I can get me some. And then you can see them at work. So this is lighting up my flower a little bit, but it's also making it pop off the background a little bit more. And then we'll add some white dots in there too. Let's try the white gel pen I have. This one here is a Jelly Roll. And I thought those are supposed to be really good, but I've not had much luck with them. Well, that one doesn't work at all. And these are brand new. I've never used them. Maybe that'll work. I want to put it. Nope, that's not working very well either. Maybe a white Posca pen. Let's try that. Okay. So I want to put some white dots in there. There we go. Just to kind of give it a little bit of a highlight. Let's see what that looks like. I like it. Now, where is my butterfly? So let's check out the butterfly. Okay, let's go ahead and glue him down. I'm not 100% happy with him, so we'll make him blend in a little bit better and stand out. So I have glue on my brush, but then I put it into paint, so I can't really use that to help spread this out. So hopefully I can, I want to put it right there. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and get another brush. And I just want to put a little bit on top so that it will accept color. It will take away some of the glossiness. Make sure it sticks to the paper really well. And then we'll dry it. Okay, so we have that down. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my charcoal pencil, kind of go around the edges just to make it pop off the page. I'm going to go around the outside edges first, and then I'll center in on the inside edges of it. Okay. Looks like I need to get a little bit more of a point. All right, let's go ahead and add some head to it, and then some little antennae. There we go. Makes it look a little bit more realistic. And then I'm just going to softly draw out these lines that's in the butterfly. I think I need a little bit of a finer point, but I can't seem to get that very well on this pencil. Baby wipe. That's what I need. I need a baby wipe. Sometimes baby wipes are exactly what you need to fix a problem. So I added in too much of this dark color. So I'm going to remove some of it off of the butterfly. It'll still keep some of the shadowing in, but it'll just clean up a little bit of my mistake there. Okay. I have a black Posca pen somewhere. That's white. There it is. My antennae didn't turn out very well either, so we're going to go ahead and get most of that off. And the reason why I'm able to wipe it off with the baby wipe is because I put down the matte medium on top of the butterfly and around it, so it sealed what was underneath it, but what was sitting on top of it, I was able to wipe off. So we're going to go ahead go ahead and put the antennae on. I think I'm going to make these spots. Whoa! I pressed way down too hard on that. Whoo-wee! I just want to make them stand out just a little bit more. There we go. Just wanted to put a little bit extra little black spots on there. Let's go ahead and dry this off. But I think it needs some white splotches on there too. I'm not exactly happy with how these highlights came out on the flower. So I am going to go in there and add well, lesson learned. Do not shake a Posca pen on top of your project or you will get little droplets everywhere. We'll go ahead and put a little bit of white around there. I don't like what I did there in the center. Let's see if I can get that off. Oh no, I lost the whole center of the flower. Teresa, when are you ever going to learn to leave enough alone and stop working on the project? It doesn't always need more. All right, let's do something to these circles. Almost looks to me like I need to do something about that flower. Something's with the paper in the background. It's such a big chop off spot. I wonder if it needs a little bit of gesso to kind of blend it in. Okay. So now I'm just taking my roller over it just to try and blend it in more so it doesn't look like it's so stark white. Yeah, there, that looks better. Okay, now it needs some words. Now, a friend of mine sent me all these butterflies in a book, and in the book it also had little quotes, and some of, or they're not really even quotes, they're, oh, I guess little poems, I guess you could say. Let's see, this one says, butterflies hover in soft morning light, a fragrant ritual, and an amorous flight. That's why butterflies fly. I kind of like that. Let's go ahead and tear this apart some. I don't like it having so much white space.